Hey, what's up, guys? We got UFC 325 coming up this week. Here's my full card predictions. We also got the road to UFC on the card. I'm gonna be predicting those fights as well. We're starting off the night with road to UFC fight Bata Bayer versus Aaron Tao. This is the closest fight on the card, regardless if it's road to UFC or if it's like a regular fight. I'm going Aaron Tao. I want to talk about Batabir first. He is a very good fighter. He's gonna be faster than Aaron Tao. He's gonna have the grappling threat. His stand up is wild, and he has knocked people out, stiffened them on the ground. He has great ground and pound. He's a pressure fighter himself. But I did see in his last fight, he actually took, even though he won, he was willing to take the back foot if he felt like the guy was going to out pressure him. I think Aaron Tao will be able to get the front foot. Batabar has good body kicks. He has a good power. I think Aaron Tao has more natural power because he's more grounded. He has good pressure too. He's feint heavy. They're around the same size unless it was a mismeasurement on one of the guys. But I think Aaron Tao might be a tad bit shorter. I just need to see them up close to each other. Aaron Tao covers distance very well. He uses feints to do that, and he uses explosive shots to do that. He looks for power shots. Looks for a lot of power shots. He relies on his chin for defense. That's a common thing both guys do. The only distinct difference is the reason why I'm choosing Aaron Tao is because I think his experience on Dana White Contender Series will pay him well. Being there with a guy like Elijah Smith and winning that third round, I had concerns if he's going to fight all 3 rounds. But going rewatching that fight on the Contender Series, he performed well in the third round even though he was outgunned as far as in the technical department, in the athletic department. I don't think Batabar. I think he's a really good fighter, man. But I just don't think he's that far ahead of Aaron Tao. And I think if they get in the slugfest, I think Aaron Tao be victorious because that's the type of fight that he's used to. He's been there with these high level guys, he don't got any major holes as far as grappling goes. And he even tried to look for takedown himself. That's why I got Aaron Tao to get the victory. Next fight, we have Lawrence Liu and Solo Grangbo. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go with Grangbo to get the victory here. I'm gonna refer to him as that. He throws long range strikes. He has good movement. He loves to counter strike, and he had decent takedown defense on the road to UFC. He was impressive with the way he get in and out of range. I really liked it a lot. Um, e- Even though he's long, but he's at a reach disadvantage here, which I think matters. But I think his movement will pay him off well. Lawrence, he got a tight high guard, lots of front kicks. He's lanky, but I don't think he uses it more. He uses his length with the front kicks more. He's not the best boxer in the world. He's really a grappler. He does cuss off the cage well, and he has really good fence wrestling. But I seen Grangbo was able to defend takedowns early against guys, and he had good fundamental. He had good fundamental skills when doing that. He didn't like give up his back, even though you can give up your back to defend a takedown. But he made sure he got strong underhooks and stuff. So I'm gonna go with him to get the win there for those reasons. Again, that's all these road to UFC fights are close, but that's why I'm choosing him. Next we got Sebastian Szalay versus Keiichiro Nakamura. My apologies, I probably butchered the names. I'm gonna go Sebastian. Look, Nakamura is very good. Good Japanese fighter. He's long. He kicks to gauge distance. A nice southpaw. Kind of got a Conor McGregor type swagger in there. Um, he doesn't bring his hands back to his face when he throws punches, and he don't got the elite head movement to be able to do that. So I think he needs to work on his defense. Now he is going to be the taller and lankier fighter in this fight. Sebastian is a 12-time karate champ. He's very fast and he got great movement. I think Sebastian be able to get in and out of range, and he prioritized defense. So that's why I got him to get the victory. It is concerning because he is going against a taller fighter, longer fighter. But I think his karate experience, him getting in and out of the pocket in a safe manner, would get him the victory. And he did. He got a knockout last fight on the road to UFC, so he's getting those finishes you need to see. But we also hasn't seen too much from him because of that. But at the same time, he has fought the decision. I think he'll be fine for 3 rounds. He's a little short, but I do think he get the victory. Nakamura is good. I just see a little bit of laziness on the defensive side, and if it's offense versus offense, I'm going with the guy with a slightly better defense, but that has the explosive, finishing potential on offense. But which both guys do. But that's the reason I'm going with Sebastian. Next fight, we got Dam Marfan and Sang Un Kim. I probably pronounced it wrong again. I apologize. I'm gonna go with Fan to get the victory. Kim is very good. Kim likes to fight from behind, which is something I don't like. He strike. She strike. He got enough striking to get wrestling and get in the wrestling range. He loves hand fighting, which is interesting because I never seen nobody hand fight. I have seen people do it, but he's got to watch his film, man. He loves like hand fighting and striking range, which is kind of dangerous. But I don't think Fawn has the best striking. Um, Kim does have very good back tapes and back control. He gets through. One second. He gets through adversity well. He has been hurt in fights, came back, got the victory. I'm going with Fawn because of this. First off, they're both big for lightweight. I think Fawn might be a little bit bigger, like more weight to carry around. Kim is very lean. But I think Fawn, he, I was gonna fault him for the way because he fought Quillan Salkilld and he lost. He was winning, and then he in the middle of the first round he started to lose in the grappling. Came out second round, he lost. But I watched some of his fights back after that. He seemed like he was able to fight 3 rounds. He just fought a really good guy. Like we're gonna talk about South Kid later, but his ability to have success against these higher level fighters, I'm going to have to choose him. He trains with high level fighters. He has one against other good grapplers. He's had one against guys more athletic than him, and he still got the victory. Great top game. He got great clinch trips. And I think Kim fighting from behind, he won't be able to fight from behind and rally in this fight like he did in his previous fights. So that's why I'm choosing with Fawn to get the victory. But again, it's a close fight. All these fights are pretty close, man. All the Road to UFC fights are close. But that wraps up that portion of the fights. Now we got the regular prelims. We got Kaan Ofli versus Yizha. I was thinking about choosing Kaan Ofli, but I'm gonna choose Yizha. Now, Kaan Ofli, his last fight, he got a nice submission, but the guy went for like a leg lock, stayed on the bottom, got back to the feet, didn't fight the hands. So I don't know how much credit I want to give him for the win. Again, it's hard to get a win in the UFC, so it's a great thing. But I'm just saying I don't know how much of that victory can play into this one, if you know what I mean. Conor Ophelia, he's very strong against defense. Very hard to move, muscle guy. He got decent takedown defense. And you know, Yizha is a submission threat, but he has shown that his hands are developing. He's explosive. He's fought through adversity as well. He's, been, he got dropped his last fight, or 2 fights ago, but still came back and fought to a decision. Which is good because he got dropped the first round. He has good jiu-jitsu. His sub threat. Most of the wins come by submission, but he went and knocked out Weston and Wilson. I think he did that just because he could, but that shows me that he's developing his game. He has power too. He has a nice calf kick. And really, what it comes down to, Yizha has shown more of his abilities to fight in the octagon versus Ophelia, who's kind of like not active sometimes. Like he doesn't throw a lot of punches, or he's against the fence most of the time. So that's why I'm going with Yizha to get the victory. I see more of a developed skill set and a more developed fighter at this point, a person that's still developing. So that's why I got him to get the victory. Next, we got Jonathan Micallef versus Oban Elliott. I'm gonna go Micallef to get the victory here. Most of these fights are close. I'm gonna say this a lot. Oban Elliott, he got good grappling, okay striking. He is an active striker. He's going to be landing points, scoring points. He's not. He does throw a high kick to try to knock people out, but he's not like overextended and stuff. He got Oban Elliott does have good fence control. I'm going with McLeaf because of he got his stand up mostly. He has good grappling. McLeaf got good grappling. I think if it's a striking on striking, I think McLeaf wins. And if it gets to the ground, McLeaf can hold his own. He has good scrambles, good grappling, submission threat. He has good movement. Sometimes he puts himself against the fence, which I don't like to see because Oban Elliott is strong against the fence. He'll be stronger than him, but he will have the reach advantage. He has good, long, hard kicks, long punches, decent boxing. Is a they rescheduled this fight, and I chose Micallef the first fight, and I'm choosing them again. I think Oban Elliott lost to a really good guy last fight, and that win is that loss is Asian well. However, like his wins aren't Asian too well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of like what skill set each guy provides. Oban Elliott got the grappling, but Micallef got the grappling too. And I think he gets the victory. Next, we got Jacob Malkoun versus Torrez Finney. I'm go with Torrez Finney to get the win. Jacob, okay, him beating Petrosky, I don't know what to make of that. That just was a terrible fight. He's a grappler, like terrible from it was a freak incident, I should say, not a terrible fight, freak incident. Jacob has very basic striking, not much striking defense, but he's a really good grappler. He got good takedowns. This is why I'm choosing Torrez Finney. All the Torrez Finney's wins age well. He fought the Russian Polar Bear. The Russian Polar Bear came out to beat somebody in the contender series last season. He fought Cam Rowston, who we'll talk about next. Beat Cam Rowston. Then Cam Rowston went out there and got some wins in the UFC. And Robert Valentine fight. That fight was not the prettiest fight, I'll be honest. But I'm gonna have to go with Torrez Finney in this fight. He has shown the ability to do good against other grapplers. When I've seen Jacob fight another grappler, he has gotten taken down. I think Torrez Finney is very dominant in his top position, his control, needs to look for shots. He is a tank. Jacob Malkoun is not that much bigger than him on paper, as far as like height wise. I don't know about the stand up of Finney, which is concerning, but I don't think Malkoun is a big threat on the feet. And yeah, pretty much Torrez Finney having other success against grapplers. I value that. And Malkoun is he's a very good grappler, but he's going against a guy that I don't know if he'll be able to move Finney around, like he did his other opponents. So that's why I'm going Finney to get the victory. Next, we got Cam Rowston versus Cody Brundage. Not a fan of Cam Rowston. Made my picks wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Cam Rowston's tall. I'm going with Cam Rowston. He's tall, sharp. He's very, very punishing, striking. When he hits you, he's going to hurt you. Him being 6'3" and long and at a gym that could develop his stand up is very dangerous. Makes him a dangerous fighter, and we've seen that in the last two fights getting finishes. But he's a very good grappler. That is very important in this fight because if Cody Brundage can't take him to the ground, they're going to be on the feet. I don't trust Cody Brundage stand up against Cam Rowston. I know it's crazy to say, but I'm just being honest. Cody Brundage has gotten to close fights with guys I thought he's a lot better than. So maybe he's reached he reached a point in his career where a guy like Cam Rowston on the come up might be a little too much for him. I don't know. We'll see. Cody Brundage is a good wrestler himself. He's very grounded, not a lot of good movement, which I think you need against Cam Rowston. Cody Brundage sometimes waits to throw a lot, and that's what bit him in the butt in a lot of his fights, and that's why he got a lot of close fights. But that's why I'm going with Cody Brundage. That's why I'm going with Cam Rowston. It's too much of a striking threat and danger threat from Cam Rowston for me to pick against him. Next, we got Junior Tafa versus Billy Elekana. I'm going to be honest. I didn't write many notes for this. I cannot choose a Tafa brother. Now, they are threats. They got power. They're big guys. Tafa's got into shape. Didn't look different in the cage. He's 6-4, man. I just can't choose him. Billy Elekana's coming off of a knockout. He's been there with Ibu. That fight was not a lot of things going on in that fight, but Ibu is powerful and is dangerous. Been there with dangerous guys. Has held his own, composed. Billy has grappling too. He can take Tafa down. Man, I just really can't choose Tafa, man. I just can't. Like, I don't know what it's just hard for I'm giving you a technical breakdown, but at the same time, you got to be realistic. Do you trust the Tafa brother? I don't. So that's why I can't choose him. But I do favor Billy. The height to be the same. Tafa does have a chance. He's powerful. He got a chance. Just you know, we see him get in shape, and then the performance he had after he got in shape wasn't too impressive. And it's not Billy Elekana is not a blob. He's not a blob. I think he's filled out his frame at 205, and he'll be fine. Next, we got Quillan Salkilld versus Jamie Mullarkey. I'm gonna go Salkilld to get the win here. I think this is probably this is probably the lock of the night, just because of the matchmaking. I think Jamie Mullarkey actually is a step back from Salkilld's last opponent, but again, this is probably a fight for him to showcase in front of his home crowd. So I'm getting I got Salkilld to get the win. Dangerous stand up. He's dangerous on the ground too. He has wrestling. He has that sub threat. He's good all around. A good up and coming prospect. Jay Mullarkey. I think he got finished the last fight against the guy from uh, Peruvian guy. Um, he's a little older. He's been to some wars. Took a lot of damage. Probably not the best fight for him. This is the matchmaking in 2026, though. Yeah. Now we got Tai Tuivasa versus Tallison Teixeira. Teixeira is coming off a loss to Derek Lewis. Um, I'm going Teixeira, but he's coming off lost from Derek Lewis, which is I think if Derek Lewis can bully you, then he's going to beat you. But I don't want to say I lost age bad, but I don't know. It's a tricky one because I think Derek Lewis is better than these newer fighters. But it's heavyweight, anything can happen. I'm gonna be honest. I can't choose Tai Tuivasa either, bro. He's on a big losing streak. He lost to some good guys. Had a split decision in the last fight. If I remember, that shouldn't have been a split decision. He hasn't fought in a year and a half. My thing is, he's not been training that much. He's a bigger guy. He's 300 plus pounds, I think. He probably is going through a lot in his life, and I wish him the best, and hopefully he get the win here. But I can't choose him because I don't trust. I'm not going to choose a guy I don't trust to take the fight serious. And I don't think he's going to take the fight seriously. I think Teixeira is going to take the fight a little more serious, be a little more prepared, and generally Tuivasa will. I'm just being honest. I could be wrong about this in the Tafa fight. I just do not trust those guys to pick them. It comes to a point where you want to pick a guy and do a technical breakdown, but there's certain factors you got to remember. For example, I picked against Derek Lewis because I knew Derek Lewis was going to do that, and I said that. And this is one of those things where I think I don't know if Tuivasa takes fighting serious, so I can't pick him. Next, we got Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Ruffy. I'm gonna go with Fiziev to get the victory. I think Ruffy's very dynamic, a excellent striker, dangerous guy, could knock your lights out at any moment. Nice scissor takedown. I think on a more technical aspect though, Rafael Fiziev he outshines him on a technical aspect because of how good his Muay Thai is and how fundamental his is. He brings his hands back to his face, tight guard, nice kicks, retracts his kicks nicely. Ruffy is going to have a height advantage and a reach advantage. It's one thing I want to talk about with Fiziev. People are shitting on Gaethje for getting taken down by Fiziev, but I think Fiziev is a very, very good fighter. I'm gonna say I think he's a very good all around athlete. In order for you to be a great fighter, you need to have all aspects of MMA, and I think it's easier to teach somebody like Fiziev how to wrestle than it is to teach Ruffy how to defend wrestling. Because Fiziev, he don't only do shit in the gym. He fought Bahamondes, who's I think more well-rounded than Ruffy, and he took him down. He fought Gaethje, who we just seen what Gaethje did. He also took him down. Like he's a decent, he's a good wrestler. He's got the superb athleticism, and you teach him wrestling, and he develops his fight game. Now on the pure stand-up, Ruffy's more dangerous, probably one shot power, but Rafael Fiziev he's super bad on the feet. He's like a bad, he's a bad man. Like on the feet, he can hurt you. He can do bad things to you. He has great Muay Thai. He has good power. So that's why I'm choosing Fiziev. I think Fiziev with the wrestling threat is more of a, this is a dangerous fight for Ruffy. It's a dangerous fight for both guys, but his grappling's gonna get checked, and I think Fiziev's gonna check his grappling, and that's why I'm picking Fiziev to get the victory in this fight. Close fight, but I got Fiziev. Next, we got Dan Hooker versus Benoît Saint Denis. I'm going with Benoît Saint Denis. I don't like Dan Hooker having a broken nose coming back early, but that's neither here nor there. BSD, he's a Terminator. He's gonna go at you going forward. He has terrible striking defense, but he's gonna make his fight happen. Like if BSD wanted to take you down, you got to either knock him out or take him down. Which Dan Hooker can probably knock him out, but I think BSD gonna go through those punches and get a grip on him and take him down. Dan Hooker is not the best on the ground. He got decent takedown defense, but like I think BSD is a good grappler. I really do. He has success against Poirier. Had a hard fight against Moicano, but Moicano Jiu-Jitsu is world class. Then he won his last 3 fights, beat Ruffy. But BSD makes the fight take place where he wants it to take place, and if it doesn't, then he will go into slugfest and bang with you. But I think BSD gonna do that this fight. It might be a great fight. The Hooker might win, and Hooker might have moments. I should say. Now I don't know about when. I think Hooker will have moments, but I think BSD gonna go. He's willing to go through the storm, go through the fire, whatever you want to call it, and get the fight where he wants it to take place. And I think he's gonna do that against Dan Hooker. And Dan Hooker's excellent on the feet. Well, I won't say excellent, but he's really good on the feet, really long, very tough. I just think BSD gonna fight his style of fight and get the victory. Now we got the UFC 325 main event. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes in a rematch. I'm going to go Volkanovski. I'm going to go Volk to get the victory. I wanted to choose Lopes, but you got to think about it like this. The fight that Gene Silva is very, very impressive. But this is not going to be that type of fight. Volkanovski doesn't go at people in a crazy manner. That's not what he does. He's a different style fighter of Gene Silva. Lopes, if you bring fire to him, he's going to bring fire back. And he's very good on the ground, good jiu-jitsu. His wrestling is good, developing still, but it's good. He doesn't have to use it all the time because he's a great, on the feet and he got a lot of knockout power. But I just like Volkanovski to fight the fight at his pace, at his range, like he did the first fight. And it's actual danger. Volk, he's not knocking guys out, but nobody's really rushing Volk super crazy other than, one guy, two guys. We're not going to talk about that. I don't think Lopes, he got very tight boxing, but he had very tight guard, but he wings a lot of his punches. And, he winds up a lot. And he's kind of predictable to a guy like Volkanovski because there's only so many punches you can do to break that distance to get to Volk. And Volk is prepared for it. Now, the question is, can Volk Chan hold up? I'm saying, yeah, this is a rematch. We've seen him get hurt and we've seen him survive. Lopes, one of those guys, if he doesn't knock you out and you're still in the fight, I think it messes with his mental. He's been finishing guy. He finished Gene Silva last fight. Gene Silva's excellent, man. I don't want to take away nothing away, but it's not going to be the same style of fight where Gene Silva's going to be marching forward. Volk not going to be marching forward towards Lopes. Lopes probably going to be on the front foot, and Volk is going to just pick him apart like he's the first fight. But it's a close fight. Lopes can't get the victory, can't knock him out. But that's what I really think is going to happen. So that's why I'm choosing Volkanovski in that fight. And those are my full UFC 325 predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're out.